Hello, my name is Maki, and welcome everyone to the League of Legends Animation Tournament draw. Now, we decided that we're not going to do the whole drawing of balls or showing up envelopes and all kinds of stuff. Those are things that are kind of wasting of time. Instead, what we're going to do is we have 48 of their favorite animation shows on the wheel, and then, of course, we're going to spin the wheel, of course, and then each of them will be drawn into these beautiful 12 groups that we are inside. Now, how will this work? Now, I'm going to give you a little example. This is just an example, of course, about how this works. So we spin the wheel, we'll find out which team will be landed, and we get the Legend of Vox Machina, everybody. We get the Legend of Vox Machina, which is going to be placed into Group A. And then the next wheel will form the next team to be placed in a different group, Group B, and then so on and so forth until all 48 teams are being drawn and made. Now, matches and dates and all kinds of stuff will be sorted out in a couple of days, of course, maybe next week. But for now, this is just the premise, the simple premise of like drawing teams to different groups to see who will make it through. If you like all of these stuff, you gotta comment, subscribe, and see what you can do. Trying to make sure that this tournament is actually a legit thing, so that it will be like a thing of a past. I just want to have some fun, man. I just want to have some fun, and we're gonna have some fun right here, right now, with the very first drawn team to be taking place. So let's see who's going to be drawn first. Whew. First off is Mob Psycho 100, and they'll be in Group A. All right. Now I'm not gonna give you like how they're gonna play or are they gonna favorites or not. It's just like, hey, they're gonna be drawn in this group, and we move on, just to trying to get this whole thing quickly. So Mob Psycho 100 is going to be out. Let me just delete this so we can avoid confusion. There you go. Now it is time for the next team in the group, or the next team in the next group. Let's see. Let's see what's next. Let's see the next team to go through. Ooh, Hunter x Hunter. Let's go. There's the next team in the group, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter x Hunter is the next team in the group. So they will be in Group B, and of course, that is where it's gonna be. So you already know how this already goes. It's gonna be a pretty much long video. It's gonna be a really long video, but we're gonna keep going forward. We're not gonna stop or anything. We're just gonna keep going forward, drawing teams after teams, and then that's it. All right, who's the next team in the Group C? Who's gonna be in Group C? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, into Group C you go. All right, now let's see the next team in Group D. See, we're already like 4 minutes in, and we're doing all these things faster. So that's great. We're doing more than what the Champions League have done all these recently. All right, One Punch Man is in Group D, ladies and gentlemen. Group D. Okay, onwards to groups. Onwards to Group E. All right, Steven Universe is in Group E. All right, now to Group F. Ferran Beyond Journey. In fact, I think I didn't read that team. I think I didn't read that team. Of course, I think I missed that team. Did I have that team in? Anyway, just gonna put them in the group, and then let's see if I can get this right. Making sure I get this right, of course. because there are some things I kind of missed, of course. Anyways, onward to okay. Let me just okay. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Just let me open up this thing and see if I miss anything. Oh boy, I missed that team. Huh. Well, let me just give you a little update. So it turns out that this team was supposed to replace the Adventure Time team. Now, the reason why we have to replace the Adventure Time team with this is because I think this team will be more interested in all kind of stuff. So we had to replace the Adventure Time team with the Fairwind team, of course, to make it more interesting. So, let me just pause this and then come back and sort this whole thing out. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, we kind of sort this thing out. We give them a little override, and there it is. This team is now officially being registered into the championship, replacing Adventure Time. So whatever I said from like yesterday or such, Man in Black this whole thing, and we move on. So Ferran's group is in appropriately Group F. Now let's go forward and put it into Group G. Hmm. Mm. Whew. One piece by a millisecond. They're in Group G. Okay, I'm not gonna go saving yet. All right, next up. Right, Shaolin Showdown in Group H. Okay, just making sure I don't botch this whole thing. Yeah. Okay. Now then, next. Who's next? Who's next? Castlevania? Oh, solo leveling. Oh man. Solo level is in group I. Yeah. Okay, why I'm trying to say this whole thing. I'm not okay. I'm gonna pull that off later. And now we get to group J. Yeah, we're going to group J. MS in Shadow? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The MS in Shadow is in group J. All right. Group K now. Horizon the Shield Hero? Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And finally, the last team in Group L. Oh, yes. Dragon Ball Z. Okay. So, right. Anyways, we have finished the first teams to be taking place in this group, and it lasted only 9 minutes. We did faster than the Champions League group stages or any World Cup stages, of course, without the hoopla and the concert and the Peace Award, of course, that they only flaunt. So, hey, at least we did a good start. Now, let me just pause myself, get some drink of water, and then we get to the second phase of the group stage, the second teams to be placed in the groups. All right, I'm back, and we decided to start the second phase of group stage early, which we're gonna do now. So the next team that's gonna be picked from the wheel will be the second team that will be joining Group A in Mob Psycho 100, and then we go further with Group B and C, and you know the rest. Let me just try to save this thing because before it's gonna get lost. Um, there you go. Cool. Now, onwards. Oh, oh, Gurren Lagann is going to be in Group A with Mob Psycho. All right. Onwards to Group B to join Hunter x Hunter. Oh, the Legend of Vox Machina are going to join Group B with Hunter x Hunter. All right. Group C. Overlord. Okay, Overlord. Now to Group D. And if I have the editing skills, I could just fast forward this whole thing and then get to like the group stage thing already. If I can edit this whole thing out, which I can, because let's be honest, I think you may find this a little bit boring, as some of you, or find this entire tournament boring. But I don't care about boringness, man. I just wanted to entertain you guys. And if you're not entertained, just go watch some stuff at 2 a.m. I guess I don't care. Teen Titans are our next team. They'll join One Punch Man in Group D. Because hey, listen, I am this. Listen, I may you may not like this tournament. You may not have the viewership. By the way, the initial view that I got was only like one view that I have, so I only have one view for this entire tournament. Which means people don't even care about animation or anything like that. Attack on Titan will be in Group E, of course, will join Steven Universe. Good luck. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I just want to have fun. This tournament is fun, and I just hope that it's going to you know spark some conversations, of course, because I just want content to be like that, to spark conversations, to spark nuance, and to give some creativity. And Castle O, Danny Phantom, is going to be in Group F alongside Farron, because that's what we all want. We want content to like entertain people. I want entertainment. Do you know that this is that just returned from the LCS, of course, just yesterday, of course. I'm recording this on the 24th of February, 9:01 p.m., of course, on a Tuesday. You know, this and that just came out today. It's incredible. Welcome back after all these years. Castlevania will join One Piece in Group G. Yeah. So instead of just like doing the draws and just be silent, I just want to talk a little bit and just tell you how this tournament is. I mean, the idea just came about a couple of I don't know years ago, days ago, when I thinking that Vox Machina. How do I create a League of Legends team with Vox Machina in it? Tokyo Ghoul will be in Group H, and I was trying to do the video, but unfortunately, it did not work. But then I realized the idea. I watched a lot of animation. I watch a lot. Not all anime. Guys, I'm stuck with watching One Piece like the longest time. I don't know anything. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be in Group I alongside Solo Leveling. That's a tasty group. And my knowledge of all of this is inspired me to do this whole thing. And I don't think any League of Legends content creator or stuff can ever done it, because let's be honest, the demographic is kind of like old people, of course. Old people does not like the whole cringe thing. They kind of like all this kind of adult thing. And yeah, sure, but I just want a little kid in myself. I just wanted to be like the little kid in myself, to like, have fun and be creative. And Fairy Tail is gonna be in Group J with the Eminence of Shadow. All right. And then we got the Rising of, and then of course, who's gonna join Rise of the Shield Hero to join us. And I think the wheels is getting smaller. There's only 23 teams. I think I missed some teams. I think I kind of missed some teams, of course. Anyways, Miraculous is going to be in Group K along with Rising of the Shield Hero. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is great. This is great. Now let's see who's going to join. Who's going to be the last group to alongside Dragon Ball Z. Got 44 entries. It's going to be 48. I think I'm missing something. Um, Legend of Korra. Yes, they do. Joining Dragon Ball Z in Group L. Okay, now that is finished, we are getting to the third part of teams. Of course, we're into the third section of the team. So we're going to continue right now. We didn't get our two black clover teams yet. Not even touching the teams. Meanwhile, Demon Slayer is in Group A alongside Mob Psycho and Gurren Lagann. So that is fun. And then, of course, up next, let's see what we have. Kind of quiet night, of course. Really quiet night. It's a Tuesday, of course. It's closer to the end of February. Can you believe it's the end of February? Cowboy Bebop is in Group B, along with Hunter x Hunter and Legend of Vox Machina. I mean, I can hear the truck just making noise, playing some old time Jamaican music. Um, I'm not a huge dancehall fan, in Jamaican terms, of course. I'm not that huge on dancehall in most cases. I'm more like a drum and bass, EDM, melodic, house techno kind of guy, those kind of stuff. Naruto is in Group C along with JoJo Bizarre and Overlord. That's a fun group to look at. That's in Group C, mind you. And, that kind of stuff. So I'm not saying that the type of music that I'm listening to is not interesting to you, but I'm just doing what interests me. And this thing interests me. Ben 10 is going to be in the group with Attack on Titan and Steven Universe. Now I know what you're thinking. Akeem, they are in the same kind of region. Aren't you going to generalize or like separate them? It's like, no, no, no. This is my rules. This is my tournament. My tournament. If Steven Universe is going to be in the same group as Ben 10, then One Punch Man should be in the same. Oh, wait. I think I have the wrong group. Yep, I had the wrong group. Ben 10 is in Teen Titans group. Yeah. Ben 10 is in Teen Titans group. So that means in group D, and now we're gonna find out who will be in Steven Universe's group in Group E. All right, cool. Nobody's touching Bleach yet. Nobody's touching like the Black Clover teams. This is wild. I am shocked and confused about this. Oh, class assassination classroom. My lord, we're avoiding the big hitters. This is huge. Okay. Let's see right now. Let's keep going with the groups. By the way, have you seen yeah, Fire Force is in the next group. Fire Force is in the group F. We got some Fs in there. We got Phantoms, Ference, Fire. My goodness. Although you can say the PH is kind of silent, but it's still some interesting groups, of course. And yeah, um, in if you guys have comments below, and I know you don't have comments, but if you have comments below, tell me who's gonna win this tournament because I'd be fascinated. Because right now, I don't have a favorite to win. If we're doing a little betting right now, and trust me, betting is a real thing, especially with poly marketing, you know, all this kind of stuff. You might bet the winner, of course, by looking at it. But if you have a general consensus of who wins, tell me about it. Tell me down below in the comments. We'll see some fascinating stuff. All right, the seven deadly sins will be next, and they'll be in Group H. Yep, Group H. Okay, and then Group I will be next. Steins Gate will be next. Hey, he's in Solo, Lebanon, and Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, that looks like a tasty group. That looks like one of the best groups in the tournament. Group I look like the group of death. Although we don't have groups of death in this whole thing. I mean, the fact that we have a group of death here is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Next up, it's Kobayashi's Dragon's Maid. Oh boy, how will they compete against the mighty Eminence of Shadow and Fairy Tail? This is be oh, woe is me, woe is me. That is brutal, by the way. By the way, I'm fascinated of who's going to win Oscars, the Best Picture Oscars. Everybody's saying Sinners. Everybody's saying like One Battle of the Nutter. I think it'd be a really fun race. I think it's gonna be like if one of these movies wins, you cannot, begrudge with the other. If Sinners win, fine. If one battle another win, Paul Thomas Anderson, after all these years, will get his recognition, which is fine. And now we get to the Black Clover teams. We got the Black Clover Golden Dawn team being placed in Group K. There you go. And now finally for Group L. And then I think we missed some teams, though. I think we missed some teams, but I will sort this whole thing out. For now, let's just go with the groups we have, and that time I got incarcerated by a slime will be in Group L. Yeah, the reason why I'm talking like this is because I don't want this draw thing to be like, oh, you're drawing teas and be silent for the rest of the whole thing. I'm just don't. I don't. I just, talk and talk and just wanted to fill in the void, of course. So now we're down to 9 teams. Yes, I think we're missing like 3 other teams, of course. But I think we're gonna go through this draw and then we'll find out which we're missing and then we'll fill it in. Okay. We get to the Black Clover Black Bowl edition, and they'll be in Group A, filling up our group with Mob Psycho, Gurren Lagann, and Demon Slayer. So though this is Group A, ladies and gentlemen, this is how the group will go. We don't know the matches, but that's how Group A goes. Okay, next up is Group B. Nobody's taking Bleach or nobody's taking Chainsaw Man. I mean, I expected Bleach to go the first half, but Full Metal Alchemist going through. I mean, I'm shocked. This is shocking. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Tommy got killed. Okay. That's gonna be in Group C. Now we're on to Group D. Look at that, 22 minutes in the draw show, and right now I don't do any breaks, no yapping, no nothing. I did a little yapping. Nothing that will slow this down. In fact, Group C D will be Soul Eater. We're in Group D. We're like a quarter way through. We're almost there. We can finally sleep. We can finally be tired. Although this thing will be uploaded at 12 noon tomorrow, by the way, at the time of recording. We can finally sleep. We can finally have something to do for the rest of your lives. Yay! So that means you don't have to listen to a yapper talk about anime and talk about this tournament. Well, that's great. You can live up your lives watching Champions League football, of course. Young Justice is next, and now we have 4 teams remaining on the pool, and then probably got to sort out the next 4 teams, of course. And Chainsaw Man is next. Congratulations, you're gonna be in the next group, and you're gonna be in Group F alongside Fire Force and Danny Phantom and Farron Beyond. Okay, so we got G, H, I, J, and K and L, and we got 3 teams left. I think we have to sort out the teams. Let me just pause and see which teams are missing so that I can sort this out. Okay, so it turns out I kind of missed a couple of teams, of course, that were supposed to be in the draw, but unfortunately, yeah, I kind of forgot about them. But we got 6 teams. Oh, wait, I got 5 teams. Oh my god, Akeem, we're missing one. Okay, so let's just draw the group, and whichever team is missing, that will be the last group. So let's go. 5 teams remaining. Who's gonna join the next group? It is Fate's Day Night. Wow, amazing. And they will be joining Group G. All right, good. Now I got 4 teams left and 5 overall. I need to find the missing team, of course. And oh, look at that! Bleach finally made the dance. They will be in Group H alongside Shaolin Showdown, the Seven Deadly Sins, and Tokyo Ghoul. This is fun. This is a fun match. I like it. 3 more teams. In fact, I mean, 4 more teams, but I could call it 3 more teams for now. All right, Dan. Yeah, yeah, Dan is in. They're gonna be in Siren Gate. Siren Gate, Solo Leveling, and Jujutsu Kaisen. That looked like the group of death to me. J, K, and L is the last two groups. And mind way, we got the last two are going to be the academy teams. Yeah, yeah, the last two. So whichever drawn will be in the next group, and My Hero Academia, the original one, is going to be in. So they'll be joining Group J with Demon's Show, Miss Fairy Tail, and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Academia. There you go. And that means the Vigilantes are in. But I think I'm missing one more team, and I decided to not do this by default. So I will sort this out and then come back to you again. Promise me this is the last boss. This is the last boss. I promise. Okay, so turns out I kind of missed a team, of course. We got Kogeis came in at the last minute. So I'd like to apologize to Kogeis team for not putting them in the draw earlier, and that is Mia Compla. You'll be compensated for all your emotional damages, of course. So, whichever team getting drawn will be in Group K, and the last team remaining will be Group L, and that will sort out the group. So here we go for the last time, the last draw of the group. And this will be Vigilantes. My God, by a razorhead decision, ladies and gentlemen. That is Vigilantes in Group K, and that means Kogeis is gonna be in Group A, Group L. Let me just make sure I do this right. Spell the whole thing right. Not gonna make mistakes like some people. And there you go. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the group stages for this year LOL Animation Tournament, or Championship if you want to call it. Group A, we got Mob Psycho 100, Gurren Lagann, Demon Slayer, Black Clover, the Black Bull Edition. Group B, we got Hunter x Hunter, The Legend of Vox Machina, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist. Group C, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Overlord, Naruto, Akame ga Kill. Group D, One Punch Man, Teen Titans Ben 10, Soul Eater. Group E, Steven Universe, Attack on Titan, Assassination Classroom, Young Justice. Group F, Furin, Beyond Journey's End, Danny Phantom, Fire Force, Chainsaw Man. Group G, One Piece, Castlevania, Avatar, The Last Airbender, Fate Stay Night. Group H, Shaolin Showdown, Tokyo Ghoul, The Seven Deadly Sins, The Bleach. Group I, Solo Leveling, Jujutsu Kaisen, Steins Gate, and Dan. Group J, Eminence in Shadow, Fairy Tail, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, My Hero Academia. Group K, The Rise of the Shield Hero, Miraculous, Black Clover, Golden Dawn, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And Group L, Dragon Ball Z, Legend of Korra, the time I got incarnated as a slime, and Kogeis. Let me just see if I botched this up. I don't think so. I think we're good. Although I make a mistake, of course. I think we're good. And by the way, we did this in under 30 minutes. Well done, Akeem. You did this faster than the Champions League or the World Cup group stage have done combined, which is something to be proud of. Now, how we sort up all the matches is going to be a crazy guess. We don't know about the matches and anything, but I will make the schedule on these matches, and then after this, we'll get right into the meat, the heart of it, the real blood battles that will be taking place. Remember, this group stage is best of 3 with a GSL format group. So initial matches will start first, and then we'll get the winners and then the losers, and then the final match, of course, to see who will go through. So maybe in March we might do this whole thing. Maybe in April, maybe I'm not lazy, but overall, it is something to give you something when, we're into the lull parts of the League of Legends with First Stand and everything else. So thank you all for watching this whole thing. Like, comment, subscribe. Which of the 48 teams do you think are going to win this whole thing? And I'm going to talk in crazy, and this thing will be crazy enough. But as long as I'm crazy enough to do this, I'm okay. Thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow for the match announcements and all kind of stuff. And enjoy the rest of the day. Ciao, everyone.